diving into Midjourney, this incredible AI-powered image generation software, and it's really a game changer for creating some incredible zodiac-inspired art. If you're into personalized, intricate, and just plain magical astrological images, you really have to check this software out. So Midjourney is the ultimate playground for anyone who's a fan of astrology and art. This tool lets you customize everything to make each piece uniquely you. I've whipped up a spellbinding slideshow that showcases what Midjourney can do, and trust me, I really find it to be next level zodiac art. It's not just the generic stuff you see everywhere. It's art that deeply resonates with each astrological sign, capturing their unique vibe and essence. So, if you're into creating astrology content, or you just have some really cool ideas and you're an astrology enthusiast, then Midjourney is really a tool to try out. Imagine flooding your social media, your website, or even your personal space with art that radiates this energy. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to transform your love for astrology into visually stunning masterpieces. So I just used Midjourney to run a prompt for a ram walking away from a crowd. So this image is related to the zodiac sign of Aries. The reason I had this idea is because Aries is a very independent sign and they do not like to follow the crowd. They usually forge their own path. So the image I imagined is literally a ram walking the opposite direction of a crowd. I gave Midjourney my prompts and this is what it gave me. This is the second version of the image, which I really love. What's amazing is that this software is so intuitive and it's literally like it can read your mind. So when you have an idea for an image and you enter your prompts, you're often left with your jaw drops. So to get started with Midjourney, you need to go to their website and then you need to access their Discord server. In order to do this, you will click on the Join the Beta button. Once you've done this, you'll get a link to their Discord server, and when you've created a profile on their website, you can then sign into your profile. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use Midjourney to run a prompt. So the first prompt I'm going to give it is going to be for the zodiac sign Gemini. I wanted to create two separate faces that represent two different twins merging into one. So to get Midjourney to create your image, you're going to type /imagine. Now the idea that I have is two different faces merging into one. Let's see if it can capture the idea that I have. That's actually absolutely incredible. So if I would have to say like my favorite one, I would say is this one, the fourth one. So I want to isolate this image because I want to use it in Gemini inspired work that I have. So in order to do that, I'm going to go here and click upscale 4 because it's the fourth image. So once signed into your profile, you just go to the home page and then all your generated artworks are there. So this is the image that I really love and want to use for Gemini. So I'm going to save this image. So now I have a really incredible, unique Gemini themed zodiac inspired art piece. What I really love about this image is that it beautifully captures the light and dark side, what we would call dual side of Gemini. It perfectly represents how Gemini incorporates this dual nature within them into their personality. So now I just feel like creating an image like putting a crab in space. And this could be a very good visual representation of the zodiac sign Cancer. So let's create this image. Wow. Wow, this is amazing. I love all of them. I can't choose. If I really would have to choose, I would say, the second and the third one. I mean, what incredible zodiac art is this? Isn't this amazing? It absolutely blows my mind. Okay, so I want to isolate the second and the third image. So we go upscale 2 and upscale 3. So then I want to download my images. I will just refresh my Midjourney gallery page. And here I have the images of my crabs in space. How amazing is that? The detail on these pieces are absolutely remarkable. Here we have close-ups of our crab in space. Wow, like this is amazing. So next up, I'm going to focus on the zodiac sign Libra. So for my Libra themed artwork, I want to see a woman holding a pair of scales. Then on the one side of this woman, I want to see lush greenery and beautiful plants and idyllic scenery. On the other side of this woman, I want to see destruction, decay, not a very ideal scene. So let's see if Midjourney is able to create this for me. So I wrote a woman holding a pair of scales in the center. On the left, there is lush greenery with beautiful scenes. On the right, things are gray, dark, decaying, and morbid. Let's see if it can create this image for me. So it's not 100% what I wanted, but it's pretty close, and I actually prefer what it generated over, my original ideas. So if I would have to choose here, I would say that 1 and 2 are my favorites. I feel like the third and the fourth one, even though they look visually good, they just don't make much sense. So let's upscale 1 and 2 and let's see what they look like close up. So these images really capture the Libra essence beautifully. Although Midjourney didn't create the 2 different scenes I wanted per se, it kind of took what I have in my mind, which is an image of a more lighter, happier personality and then a more darker type of personality. And the same is represented in this image. At the same time, Libra is about balancing these different elements of your personality, and it's captured this perfectly. So the next idea I have is for Scorpio, and this idea is of a scorpion at war. Because Scorpios are so quick to fight, they're so quick to stand up for what's right. They're very defensive, and I feel like this kind of image can really portray the essence of Scorpio very well. Okay. So this is what it gave us for a scorpion at war, and I feel like it's quite, really reminds me of your typical gamer style image, when you're playing these new war games or these games where there's all these crazy creatures you have to kill. It's literally like one of those sceneries, which is really interesting. I wasn't really necessarily imagining that, but I'm still very impressed with the results it gave me because it really takes that essence of Scorpio quite well and puts it in the war setting. So my favorite image personally is the 4th image because I feel that it's more closely related to what I want. So these ones kind of represent weird scorpionic monsters, which is not really what I'm after. So let's check out this image. So this image really isn't my usual style that I like. I'm more into the more mystical type of style of art. This really reminds me more of gamer art and a gaming type of setting. But it captures the Scorpio essence quite well. It's kind of like a half man, half scorpion at war, ready to defend, super aggressive, super ready to fight. And I feel it's an incredibly good portrayal of Scorpio energy. So I'm gonna create a more mystical image for Scorpio, as that style is not really the style that I would use in my work. So let's give it another go. Okay, so I told it that I want a female scorpion in the desert ready to fight with a mystical, feminine type of image. So let's see if it can create this image for me. Okay, so these are pretty cool. They're abstract, a little bit different from, what I imagined, but them closer to the type of art style that I would use in my work. So in this artwork, Midjourney is basically giving these women scorpion armor, which is pretty cool. So I really like the 2nd image and the 3rd image. So let's see what it looks like when we zoom into it. So these are the Scorpio images. So personally, image number 1 is cool, but it doesn't make much sense to me. What's actually going on here? Is her hand, a scorpion type of monster thing? Yeah, the back of the image is cool and it's a great image, but it just really doesn't make much sense. I really like the 2nd image because it's this girl is wearing some type of Scorpio armor, and it really works well. It represents that defensive, put up your armor type of energy that Scorpio always radiates. Always ready to strike back, and it's almost intimidating and scary, and this is exactly what this image and this woman represents. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this generation. So now I want an image of a mountain goat on top of a mountain. So we're always talking about, how the Capricorns and the mountain goats are climbing that mountain, they're walking up that mountain trying to get to the top. I actually want an image of a mountain goat on top of the mountain. So now let's actually put that mountain goat on top of the mountain. Oh, wow, this is absolutely, absolutely incredible. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, in all honesty, I can't pick a favorite here, but let's pick two favorites. I'd say the second one and the third one. Let's go with that. So these are my Capricorn images, and I'm absolutely in love with them. Honestly, they cannot be more perfect than this. So the next image I want to generate is for Aquarius, and I want a man holding a pot of water, pouring it into a river from which people are drinking. Let's see if Midjourney can create this for me. I really love seeing other people's generations. Like, wow, this art is just so amazing. Oh my goodness, it's a kitty crab scorpion. What? This is amazing. Like, this could even be zodiac inspired kitty art. This person also created a kitty octopus. I mean, what? You see the most amazing art on here. Okay, I'm getting like way too caught up in this other person's art and not my own art I'm making. So let's see what it gave us for Aquarius. Oh, wow. Oh, these are amazing. I love them. Literally exactly what I wanted. Okay, which one do I want? Let's go with image number 3. You know, I'm gonna take these 3, 1, 2, and 3. I think they're all amazing here. Okay, so although I really like this image, it doesn't really make much sense. That's not water in there. I don't really know what that is supposed to be. This image is very, very cool, but it also doesn't make too much sense to me. Like, is the water, what's going on here? There's no water on the top, but there's water pouring out, but all the water's on the bottom, and he's pouring a leaf. Like, I don't really know what's going on here. It's an incredible image, but it doesn't make much sense to me. So I like this image. It's pretty cool because it makes a bit more sense than the other ones. Even though the guy is not directly pouring the water into the stream, it's still a very good representation of the Aquarian energy that I was after. A man who's kind of like a wise, elder looking type of man who has a lot of wisdom. He also seems a little bit eccentric, a little bit out there, but he holds the jar of knowledge, the jar of wisdom, and he's ready to pour it into our river where we can nurture our minds by drinking this water. So essentially, when we drink the water bearer's water that they provide to us, we gain the gift of insight and knowledge. We also gain more awareness of community and how to be part of a community. So this is the 4th image, and I actually think that this image is the best image out of all of them because there's no weird things going on with the, you know, the vase or the jar or the pot or whatever, and it's just a very beautiful representation of the Aquarian essence. So there you have it. You can use Midjourney to create literally any image that you want. My favorite way to use it is to create zodiac-inspired art. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Are you going to go and try and make your own Midjourney zodiac images? Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I've also added the links to my socials and my website and my Patreon in the description to this video if you would like to reach out, connect, and see what I'm up to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.